All right, guys, we've got the Giants and the Pirates here. Giants are 18-6. The Pirates are 13-14. And as you know, the Giants have a game up on the Cubs. That's where all the attention is focused. Let's see how Roger Bresnahan can do here leading off in Pittsburgh. He rolls an 11 for a 0, and the second roll is going to be a 63 for a 6. It's a double to right center, and that'll bring up Mike Donlin. So runner on at second base, nobody out. Donlin comes up and rolls a 53 for a 15. That's changed to a 22 automatically. That will be an error on the pitcher, bag pickoff move, and that moves Bresnahan over to third. Runner on at third base now, nobody out, and the Pirates are in trouble already. His next roll is a 33 for a 0, and the roll after this for Donlin is another 33 for a 1. That's a home run over the left field fence. That makes this 2-0 for the Giants right off the bat. Here comes Art Devlin. 2-0 Giants. Devlin rolls a 32 for a 26. It's going to be a ground ball over to Abaticio, throws to first, one away. Here now is Fred Tenney. He rolls a 31 for a 9. That's a single, and then he's caught trying to steal. So there's 2 away because the little C. Larry Doyle now rolls a 64 for a 22, change to 17. That's a fly ball to right field, and it will be Wilson who has that for the out. We go to the bottom of the first. Here's Honus Wagner, and Honus Wagner rolls a 52 for a 27, ground ball to Devlin at third, who throws to first, one away. Tommy Leach rolls a 12 for a 24, ground ball to short. Bridwell has it, on to first, 2 gone. Fred Clark, the batter now, rolls a 22 for a 7. It's a single to right, and that'll bring up Ed Abaticio, so runner on at first base. First take given up by Wiltsey, and there's a 44 for Abaticio for an 8. There's a ground ball over to Devlin at third, throws to first for the out. We go to the top of the second inning. Here is Spike Shannon. Shannon rolls a 13 for a 14, and he takes a walk, and that'll bring up Al Bridwell. So runner on at first base, nobody out top of the second. Here comes Bridwell, rolls a 46 for a 13, and that's a strikeout. Cy Seymour will be up next. So runner on at first, Seymour's up. He's going to bunt, I think. We'll have him bunt. Rolls a 41 for a 28, come back over to Willis, who makes the play, throws over to Abaticio, the second baseman, covering at first for the out, 2 away. And here's Hooks Wiltsey, the pitcher. He rolls a 46 for a 13 and strikes out and gets a hook to strike out on. We go to the bottom of the second. Owen Wilson here against Wiltsey. Wiltsey, 1.50 ERA. Wilson rolls a 21 for a 30. Fly ball left field. Shannon's got that for the out, and that's 1 away. 4-1 his record. Beals Becker's up now. He's hitting at 157. And Becker rolls a 31 for a 9. That's a single over short. 262 is the batted against average for Wiltsey, but he's pitching well otherwise. Swasina now rolls a 43 for a 29. Comebacker to Wiltsey, who turns around, throws over to Bridwell, covering at the bag at second, and there's 2 gone. Here's Ed Phelps. Ed rolls a 36 for a 33. Here's the little E roll, and it's a 33 out of the range. There's a pop-up left side, and Devlin has it for the out. We'll go to the top of the third inning. It's Roger Bresnahan now for the Giants. Bresnahan, of course, had the big double leading the game off. He rolls a 25 for an 8, little ground ball to short. Wagner has it, throws to first, 1 away. Mike Donlin rolls a 52 for a 27. It's a ground ball this time to third base. Leach has it, throws to first, 2 gone. Art Devlin now rolls a 54 for a 45. Here is the little E roll. It's a 32, and it's going to be a fly ball to right field, and it will be Owen Wilson who makes that catch, and we go to the bottom of the third inning. Vic Willis up there, down 2-0 are the Pirates. Pitcher Willis is there, rolls a 12 for a 25. Here's the little E roll. It's a 51, so it's out of the range. It's a ground ball over to Doyle at second, who throws to first, 1 away. And here's the big man, Honus Wagner, hitting 309. Doesn't disappoint the way the other big men have so far. He rolls a 53 for a 19, change to 21. That's going to be an error on Tenney, the first baseman. So it was a ground ball to first, and Tenney got a little scared with Wagner coming down the line. That'll bring up Tommy Leach. Wagner does have the 11, so we do some hit and run. It's a 52 for a 27. It'll be a ground ball over to Devlin. The third baseman throws to first, and Wagner moves up to second, as good as a bunt. Fred Clark now rolls a 16 for a 28. Ground ball to short. It's Bridwell who has it, who throws to first, and we go to the top of the fourth. Fred Tenney's up there, leading off, rolls a 54 for a 45, and there's a little E roll. 24 just misses the range. Fly ball to right field. Owen Wilson has that for the out, 1 away. Larry Doyle now rolls a 31 for an 8. It's a ground ball shortstop, and it's Wagner throws to first, 2 on. Spike Shannon rolls a 52 for a 27. Ground ball to Leach at third, who throws to first, and we go to the bottom of the fourth. Abaticio, Ed Abaticio's up there, rolls a 44 for an 8. It's a ground ball to short, and Bridwell has that, throws to first, 1 away. Owen Wilson now rolls a 63 for a 30. Fly ball left field, Shannon has that, 2 gone. And here is Beals Becker. 2 outs. Rolls a 53 for a 16, changed to an 18. That'll be an error on Bridwell, and the inning continues here for Harry Swasina. So Becker hits first, and Swasina's rolls a 32 for a 26. Ground ball to the second baseman Doyle. Flips over to Bridwell for the force of second. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Al Bridwell it is, top of the 5th, 2-0 Giants. He rolls a 26 for a 30. Fly ball left field. Clark has that for the out, 1 away. Here now is Cy Seymour. Seymour rolls an 11 for a 0. Second roll coming up. It's a 56 for a 6. That'll be a double to right center, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Wiltsey. So Wiltsey comes in. Does have an RBI. 111 his average, so he has a hit. Seymour's in scoring position. His roll is a 16 for a 26. Ground ball to second. Abaticio throws to first. Seymour moves to third. They call that one a productive out. Well, we'll see if Bresnahan makes it productive. 2 outs, runner on a third. 2-0 Giants. Bresnahan rolls a 25 for an 8. The fly ball to right field. Owen Wilson has that for the out, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. Maybe it wasn't so productive. Here's Ed Phelps for the Pirates. Catcher gets up there, rolls a 66 for a 2. That's a rarity for him, and he gets a triple. Slow and moving, but he chugs around the bases and gets that triple. And now here comes Vic Willis, and we're not going to bunt, not with the elephant on a third. Willis rolls a 36 for a 33. It's a pop-up over to Wiltsey, the pitcher, who has it for the out, 1 away. Just so you know, that 33, I think, is usually a double play if you're bunting. It's either that or in a hit and run, can't remember, but that's dangerous. 1 away, and here's Honus Wagner, and you don't need to bunt. Wagner will drive him in. And the roll's a 32 for a 26. That's a ground ball over to second, and Doyle has it, throws to first for the out. The run scores. Told you he'd drive him in. 2-1 the score now. Here's Tommy Leach. Leach rolls a 46 for a 27. Ground ball to third base, and Devlin has it, throws to first for the out. We go to the top of the 6th. It'll be Mike Donlin here for the Giants, hitting .358. Donlin today's 1 for 2 with that homer. Great player. Rolls a 43 for a 29. Comebacker to Vic Willis, the pitcher, throws to first, 1 away. Art Devlin now. He rolls a 55 for a 9. That's going to be a single. And then he's caught stealing because of the little C. So there's 2 away. And here's Fred Tenney. And Fred rolls a 32 for a 26. Ground ball over to Abaticio at second, who throws to first. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Here's Fred Clark. 2-1 the margin. And the Pirates can get back into this. Here's Clark, who rolls a 16 for a 28. Ground ball to short. It's Bridwell who has that again. Throws to first for the out, 1 away. Abaticio now. Ed rolls a 54 for a 45. Fly ball right field. It's Donlin who has that for the out. 2 gone. And here's the right fielder Owen Wilson hitting .216. Not much power. Rolls a 51 for a 9. That's a pop-up left side. And Devlin, the third baseman, has that. We go to the top of the 7th. It'll be Larry Doyle here for the Giants. Larry rolls a 61 for a 36. That'll be a ball. And next is a 13 for a 14. So that's going to be a walk for Doyle. And that brings up Spike Shannon. So runners on at first base. Here's Shannon. Hitting .262, and the question is, do we hit and run or bunt? And we're going to hit and run because Doyle has that 11. So we call the hit and run. It rolls a 53 for a 16, which is a single over second base, and that sends Doyle to third. That brings up Bridwell. Now, Shannon also has an 11. You remember this with the Giants. Everybody steals because it's a John McGraw team. And so Bridwell is going to hit and run as well. The infield comes in. And the roll is a 26 for a 30. Fly ball left field. Clark has that for the out. There's 1 away. And we'll do the same thing again here with Cy Seymour. So runners on at first and third, 1 out, top of the 7th. And Seymour rolls a 64 for a 29. That's a comebacker over to Willis, who throws to first. Doyle has to stay at third. Shannon moves up to second. 2 away, and here's the pitcher, Wiltsey. So the Pirate defense has done what it could with that bad situation. And Wiltsey rolls a 12 for a 24. It's a pop-up over to Leach, the third baseman. We go to the bottom of the 7th. So the Giants had runners on at first and third, but nobody out, couldn't score. And here's Beals Becker, bottom of the 7th inning. He rolls an 11 for a 7. It'll be a single to right field, and Becker's on at first, and that brings up Swasina. Swasina's going to bunt. Rolls a 45 for a 14, and Wiltsey loses him 4 straight balls, and that'll bring up Ed Phelps. Runners on at first and second. Phelps had that triple last time up, hitting .462. Should we really bunt with him? Well, we kind of need to. It's the right thing to do. And we shouldn't have. Look at that. He rolls an 11. It would have been a 6, which would have given them the lead. Instead, it's a bunt over the left side. Devlin has it. Throws over to Doyle, covering at second or at first for the out. The runners move up. So there's 1 away. And here's Vic Willis. Willis, runners on at second and third. Infield comes in. And he rolls a 54 for a 45. There's a little E roll. If this is an error, that's going to be big. and it's not 33. So it's a fly ball to right field, and Donlin makes the catch, but he's unable to throw the runner out, and the run scores. And we go to Honus Wagner with 2 outs, runner in scoring position. And Honus rolls a 36 for a 33. It's a pop-up over to the shortstop Bridwell. We go to the top of the 8th, 2-2 tie. Roger Bresnahan leads this off, 1 for 3 today, 361 the average. Rolls a 25 for an 8. That's a ground ball to Honus Wagner. Throws to first, 1 away. Mike Donlin now 355 his average. He's 1 for 3 today with the home run. And the rolls a 25 for a 10. That's a single to center, and that'll bring up Devlin. So Devlin comes up. Donlin's on at first. Donlin does have the 11. We're going to hit and run again. We may be overusing it, but I'm guessing that's what would happen in this situation in real life. Rolls a 62 for a 12. It's a ground ball over to second, and Abaticio has it, throws to first. Donlin moves up. There's 2 away, and here's Fred Tenney with a runner in scoring possession. And he rolls a 33 for a 7. That's a single to right, and that scores the runner, and that brings up Larry Doyle. We don't even, well, we do need to look because Tenney doesn't have the 11, so we'll stay away. We'll shy away from that for now. 2 outs, Doyle up, rolls a 54 for a 45. Fly ball right field, and Wilson has that for the out. Now we go to the bottom of the 8th, and the Pirates only have 6 outs remaining to get something done. So first up will be Tommy Leach. Leach rolls a 33 for a 0. Next rolls a 36 for a 6. That'll be a double to right center field, and that'll bring up Fred Clark. So the Pirates have a good chance here to get something going. Clark, with the runner on in second in scoring position, rolls a 46 for a 29. It's a ground ball over to the first baseman, Tenney, who flips over to Wiltsey, covering the bag, and the infield will come in here for Abaticio. And this is the question. Do you bunt or do you swing away? I think we'll try to bunt. And rolls a 53 for a 19. That's a foul strike. The infield comes in again. They'll try one more time. 56 is the roll for a 34, but there is a little E. The roll's a 23, just misses it, and that ends up being another foul strike. So the infield comes in again. 2 strikes on Abaticio. And he rolls a 51 for a 9, fly ball center field, and Seymour has that, but it's deep enough to score the run, and it's a 3-3 ball game. Owen Wilson comes up now, nobody on, bottom of the 8th, 3-3. And he rolls a 14 for a 43. Here is a little E roll. It's a 44 out of the range. Fly ball left field. Shannon has that for the out. We go to the top of the 9th. 3-3, we are tied up going to the top of the 9th inning. It is Spike Shannon here for the Giants. He rolls a 64 for a 13 and strikes out 1 away. Al Bridwell is next. Shortstop, 0 for 3 today. He rolls a 52 for a 27, ground ball to third base, and Leach has it, throws to first. 2 gone. Here is Cy Seymour. Seymour is 1 for 2 today, has a sacrifice as well. Rolls a 62 for a 12. There is a little E component, and it's a 53 out of the range, so it's a ground ball over to first base. Wasina does it himself. When we go to the bottom of the 9th, it'll be Beals Becker here for the Pirates, leading it off. Becker rolls a 16 for a 28. Ground ball, shortstop, Bridwell on to first. 1 gone. Swasina now. He rolls a 51 for a 9. Pop-up left side. Devlin has that. 2 away, and here's Ed Phelps. And he rolls a 53 for an 18, change to 19. That's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman, Devlin, who throws to first, and we go to the top of the 10th. Phelps, by the way, is kind of robbed by the manager who ordered him to bunt. If he'd swung away, that would have ended the game right there in the bottom of the 8th. Wiltsey, the pitcher up, rolls a 25 for an 8. Ground ball to short. Wagner has it on to first, 1 away, top of the 10th. Here's Roger Bresnahan, who's 1 for 4. Very dangerous hitter. Rolls a 46 for a 13 and strikes out. 2 away. Strikeout number 4 for Willis. 26 on the season. 2 gone. Here's Mike Donlin, who already has a home run. He rolls a 25 for a 10. It's another single for Donlin, who's now 3 for 5 today, and that brings up Art Devlin. Runner on at first. 2 outs. Devlin hit and run. It's a 51 for a 10. That'll be a single through second. That sends Donlin to third, and then Devlin's able to steal second. And that brings up Tenney. And even with 2 outs, these Giants are dangerous. Here's Tenney looking for a big one. And he rolls a 63 for a 31. Fly ball center field. And it's Becker who has that for the out. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Vic Willis, the pitcher, leads us off for the Pirates. He rolls a 23 for a 32. Fly ball right field. Donlin has that 1 away. Honus Wagner now. Rolls a 44 for a 7. That's a single to right. And that'll bring up Tommy Leach. Wagner on at first. Hit and run time. And the roll's a 13 for a 14, and Wagner has the base stolen, so he's now in scoring position. Here is Leach again, who rolls a 26 for a 32. Fly ball right field, and Donlin has that for the out. 2 gone. And it's Fred Clark, bottom of the 10th, 2 out. Wagner on at second, rolls a 46 for a 29, ground ball to the first baseman Tenney, who flips over to Wiltsey covering at the bag, and we go to the top of the 11th. It'll be Larry Doyle here for the Giants, and this game I thought would be over in under 15, and we've passed the Rubicon. We've passed the barrier. Here's Doyle. Rolls a 24 for a 13, strikes out, one away, fifth strikeout there for Willis. Shannon now rolls a 33 for an 8. That's a single to left center field, and that'll bring up Bridwell. Shannon is fast enough, so we'll hit and run as we always like to. And the rolls a 16 for a 26. Good hit and run ground ball over to Abaticio. Throws to first. 2 away, and Shannon is in scoring position. Here's Cy Seymour. And he rolls a 12 for a 25. It's going to be a line drive over to Honus Wagner at short, and we go to the bottom of the 11th. It'll be Abaticio to lead things off, and he rolls a 13 for a 14, and he walks for the Pirates. That'll bring up Owen Wilson, who's surely going to bunt. And Wilson's rolls a 31 for a 9. Bunt over to the left side. Devlin has it. Throws over to Doyle covering at first. Abaticio moves up. They have 2 chances to get the 1. Here's Becker. Rolls a 21 for a 30. Lifts one over to left field. Shannon has it for the out. 2 gone. And here's Harry Swasina. And Harry rolls a 24 for a 13. That is a strikeout for Wiltsey. That is the second one he's recorded today. We go to the top of the 12th, and now we really have to ask ourselves, okay, we're going to keep hooks in, or we're going to go to the bullpen? I think in both cases here, we're going to be going to the bullpen. So it'll be Merkel, you know this guy, who comes up to hit. Fred Merkel hitting .333 this season, which means he's 2 for 6. And he rolls a 14 for a 43. It'll be a fly ball to left field. Clark has it for the out, 1 gone. Roger Bresnahan up next. Rolls a 24 for a 13 and strikes out. There's 2 away. And Mike Donlin, who's 3 for 5 today, lots of hits. Rolls a 23 for a 32. Fly ball right field. Owen Wilson has that for the out. We go to the bottom of the 12th. It'll be Ed Phelps here leading this off for the Pirates. My apologies. I need to make a pitching change, so we're going to nullify that roll. I'm trying, as is usually the case, I'm trying to get through this game because, as always, I have some stupid meeting to attend to instead. We're going to roll that one again. Here's Bill Malarkey is the pitcher for the Giants against Phelps. It's a 63 for a 29. It's a comeback over to Malarkey, who throws to first, 1 away. Vic Willis will come out of this game after his 12 innings of service, and we'll have Charlie Starr go into pinch hit. Starr's hitting 188. He rolls a 53 for a 21, changed an 18. That's a ground ball over to Bridwell, who boots it. 3rd error on the Giants, and here comes Wagner. There's a rarity seeing Wagner and Starr together. Starr does have the 11, so we'll hit and run with Honus. Rolls a 26 for a 23, and that's a pitch out that's called for, and they've got Starr off of first. He tries to advance to second. This one goes Bresnahan to Tenney to Bridwell for the out, 2 away, and Wagner's still up there. Honus rolls a 42 for a 9. That's a single for him, but then he's called out trying to steal, and we go to the top of the 13th. Who's the pitcher going to be here? Probably going to be Sam Lever, I believe. We're going to put Sam Lever in this game for the Pirates. Long-term relief men are out there, and this will bring up Art Devlin, top of the 13th. Devlin rolls a 23 for a 32. Fly ball to right. Owen Wilson has that 1 away. Fred Tenney up there now. Rolls a 41 for a 28. It's a ground ball to Honus Wagner, who throws to first, 2 away. Larry Doyle rolls a 34 for a 44, and here's a little lead roll. It's a 12, so that is going to be an error. That'll be an error on the second baseman, Abaticio. Error number 2 on the Pirates. That'll bring up Spike Shannon with the runner on at first. 2 outs. We'll just play this one straight, and he rolls a 63 for a 32. Fly ball center field. Becker's got that. We go to the bottom of the 13th. It'll be Tommy Leach here for the Pirates. Tommy rolls a 16 for a 26. Ground ball to Doyle at second, who throws to first. There's 1 away. Fred Clark now rolls a 61 for a 27. This time is a ground ball over to Devlin, left side. The third baseman throws to first, 2 away. Here's Ed Abaticio, who rolls a 25 for a 10, and he gets the base hit, and that'll bring up Owen Wilson. But with 2 away, no room for Wilson to bunt. So he will swing away, rolls a 42 for a 32. It's a fly ball to center. Seymour has it for the out. We go to the top of the 14th. It'll be Al Bridwell. Rolls a 52 for a 27. Ground ball third base. Leach has it, throws to first, 1 away. Cy Seymour now rolls a 24 for a 13 and strikes out. There's 2 gone. We're going to keep Malarkey in this game. Surely he will make an out, and he rolls a 52 for a 27. Ground ball to Leach, who throws to first, and we go to the bottom of the 14th. Malarkey stays in. Beals Becker will be his first opponent. Becker rolls a 43 for a 29. Comebacker to Bill Malarkey, throws to first, 1 away. Harry Swasina now rolls a 43 for a 29. Another comebacker over to Malarkey for the second out. 2 gone, and here's Ed Phelps. Phelps is 1 for 4 today. was cheated by his manager out of a double. Rolls a 35 for a 38, changed to 39. That's a strike. Next roll is a 46 for a 27 ground ball over to Devlin at third, who throws to first for the out. We go to the top of the 15th, and it'll be Roger Bresnahan again, 1 for 6. Started this game off with a double, has had a hard time getting a base hit since. He rolls a 45 for a 14. That'll be a walk, and he steals second after that. That's actually a big play. That brings up Mike Donlin, who's got 26 RBIs already this season, one of the best hitters in the National League. With a runner in scoring position, he rolls, a 36 for a 13, and he strikes out. Lever gets him with the strikeout. 1 away. Art Devlin up there now. Runner still in scoring position, top of the 15th. And the rolls a 56 for a 34. It's a pop-out over to the second baseman, Abaticio, for the second out. 2 gone. Here's Fred Tenney. Tenney rolls a 34 for a 44. Fly ball center field, and Becker's got that for the out. We go to the bottom of the 15th. It'll be Sam Lever coming up for the Pirates. Lever will stay in the ball game. We'll leave him in. Rolls a 42 for a 13 and strikes out. There's 1 away. Here's Honus Wagner. Honus, who's 2 for 6, rolls a 31 for an 8. That's a single, and he's caught trying to steal. Now he's 3 for 7, but he makes an out. 2 gone, and here's Tommy Leach. Leach rolls a 35 for a 14 and walks, and that'll bring up Fred Clark, and we'll have Leach run. Rolls a 23 for a 32 fly ball right field. Donlin has that for the out easily. We go to the top of the 16th. This is the longest game we've had so far this season. Larry Doyle will lead this off. He rolls a 53 for an 18. That's going to be an error on the shortstop Wagner, error number 3 on the Giants, and that brings up Spike Shannon. Doyle does have the 11. We'll hit and run with him. Rolls a 64 for a 13. That's a strike him out, throw him out as he's caught trying to steal. 2 away. That's the risk you take. Here's Al Bridwell. Rolls a 36 for a 14, and he'll take first on the walk, and that brings up Cy Seymour. And Cy rolls a 55 for an 8. That'll be a single, sending Bridwell to third. Seymour takes first, and that will bring up Malarkey's spot. Lever, you'll notice, is still a C pitcher, and that's because he's got a very good rating in terms of, what do we call it, fatigue on the mound, a fatigue rating. Steve Evans will be the pinch hitter. It's almost cheating. He's hitting 500, and he's got base hits all over his card. Not too much you can do about it, though. And I mean, how much have we actually hit with Evans? He's had 2 at-bats and hasn't had a hit yet, so we're not cheating that badly. His roll, look at that, is a 33 for a 7, and that's a base hit that will score the runner. And that makes this all of a sudden a 4-3 game finally in favor of the Giants. So it's 4-3 here, top of the 16th inning, 2 outs, and this will bring up Roger Bresnahan. 4-3 the score. Runners on at first and third. Bresnahan rolls a 44 for a 7, and that's going to be a single to left, which will score another one. And the runner will be thrown out at third by Clark. So it's a good hit for Bresnahan, who scores another one. That's an insurance run. It's a 5-3 ball game. And who's going to come on now? It's going to be Luther Taylor, who will come on to pitch. Try to get the save here. At bottom of the 16th inning, 5-3 Giants with the lead. Here's Abaticio. Rolls a 63 for a 31. Fly ball to center field. There's 1 away. Owen Wilson now, down by 2. Rolls a 26 for a 32. Fly to right. 2 gone. And here's Beals Becker hitting only 168. Pretty good card. And he rolls a 55 for an 8. That's a single, but he is caught by the little C trying to steal. We'll let it go. It's realistic enough, I believe, and that is the end of this ball game. The Giants win this one in 16, a real marathon. 5-3 is the final score. 24 combined hits, 6 combined errors, and it took a big hit from a pinch hitter to make it work in the end. Final score again is 5-3 Giants. Hope you enjoyed that one. That was really a doozy. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.